Hey friends, welcome to my new video. In this video, I will discuss about the life of Nelson Mandela. Imagine spending 27 years behind bars, locked away from the world, separated from your loved ones, all because you stood up for what was right. Sounds like a tragic movie plot, doesn't it? But this was the real-life story of one man who went from prisoner to president and became the face of peace and resilience. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life of Nelson Mandela, a leader, a fighter, and a symbol of hope for millions. Stay tuned, because this is one historical journey you don't want to miss. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was born on July 18, 1918, in the small village of Mvezo in the Eastern Cape of South Africa. He was a member of the Thembu royal family, and his father, Gadla Henry Mfakanyiswa, was a chief. Despite his noble lineage, Mandela's early years were shaped by traditional African customs and the rural lifestyle of his people. Mandela's father passed away when he was just 9 years old, leading to his adoption by Chief Jongintaba Dalindyebo. This change in guardianship provided Mandela with the opportunity to receive an education, something that would greatly influence his future. He attended mission schools before enrolling at the prestigious University of Fort Hare, one of the few institutions that provided higher education to Black South Africans at the time. Mandela's exposure to racial discrimination during his university years opened his eyes to the injustices faced by Black South Africans. A turning point came when he moved to Johannesburg in 1941. There, he encountered the harsh realities of apartheid, a system of institutionalized racial segregation imposed by the ruling white minority. In 1944, Mandela joined the African National Congress, ANC, and became involved in the fight against apartheid. Alongside his comrades Walter Sisulu and Oliver Tambo, he co-founded the ANC Youth League, advocating for more radical and direct action against racial oppression. By the 1950s, Mandela had become a prominent figure in the anti-apartheid movement. He played a key role in the Defiance Campaign of 1952, which encouraged peaceful resistance against apartheid laws. His leadership made him a target for the South African government, and in 1956, he was arrested alongside 155 other activists in the infamous treason trial. After years of legal battles, he was acquitted in 1961. However, Mandela realized that peaceful protests alone would not dismantle apartheid. In 1961, he co-founded Umkhonto we Sizwe, the armed wing of the ANC, initiating sabotage campaigns against government installations. His actions led to his arrest in 1962, marking the beginning of a long and painful incarceration. For 27 years, Mandela was in prison, spending most of his time on Robben Island, enduring harsh conditions and forced labor. Yet, he remained a symbol of resistance. Even behind bars, his influence grew as global calls for his release intensified. In the 1980s, international pressure on South Africa increased. Economic sanctions and internal uprisings forced the government to reconsider its stance on apartheid. Finally, on February 11th, 1990, Nelson Mandela walked free, his fist raised in victory, signaling a new dawn for South Africa. Following his release, Mandela led negotiations with President F.W. de Klerk to dismantle apartheid. His leadership and commitment to peace earned him the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993. In 1994, South Africa held its first multiracial elections, and Nelson Mandela became the country's first Black president. His presidency focused on reconciliation, nation-building, and healing the wounds of a deeply divided country. He established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which sought justice and forgiveness rather than revenge. Mandela stepped down from the presidency in 1999, but remained a global advocate for peace, HIV/AIDS awareness, and human rights. His influence stretched beyond South Africa, inspiring leaders and movements across the world. On December 5th, 2013, Nelson Mandela passed away at the age of 95. His legacy, however, remains alive in the hearts of millions. Mandela's unwavering belief in justice, his sacrifices, and his relentless pursuit of equality have cemented his place as one of history's greatest leaders. Nelson Mandela's journey from a rural boy in South Africa to a revered world leader is a testament to the power of resilience and hope. His life reminds us that change is possible, no matter the odds. As we remember his words, "It always seems impossible until it is done," let us continue striving for a world of justice and equality. So, what can we learn from Mandela's life? That courage, patience, and forgiveness can change the course of history. He didn't just fight for South Africa, he fought for humanity. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of Nelson Mandela, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments, what's the most inspiring part of Mandela's journey for you? And if you love historical stories like this, check out our other videos on legendary figures. Thanks for watching, and remember, history isn't just about the past. It's about the lessons we carry into the future.